In today's video, we will go through functionality of PA5 and compare those functions and options with PA4. Many of you didn't find some options that you can find in PA4. Now we will see where are those options on PA5. Focus is a recording editing mode of style. We have one style. We will choose that style and click to record editing mode and click to style edit. Now, all functions that we want to have, we will find them through menu, and then we'll find functionality of this keyboard. We will go through some functions very fast. I am not going to go to details because a video could be very long. I will just give you some information for some parts where many of you didn't know how they works, and we want to see how it works. Now, mixer. In this part, we have main window where we can do panning, volume, and choosing instrument. In equalization, we can do EQ of instrument. In insert effect, we can add insert effect. In master effect, we can add master effect. In MFX send, we can control sending for those effects. Bending, tuning, we can tune any instrument, or we can bend. So we can do finalizing of complete of mix of for that style, only for that style. That is new, good function, and it is really good. And now we'll go to the next window. Drum editing. Everybody knows that almost, I guess so. We can change volume of element, EQing, attack, decay, cutoff, resonance, and we can do fine tuning and ambience volume, and so those functions, I think so you already know, but they are here under menu and drum editor. Menu, track type, where we are choosing which type of track do we have. Guitar, if it's guitar mode, bass, accompaniment, drums, and when we choose that, we can choose range of that track. For example, for bass guitar, we could choose on which key. For example, if we have bass guitar that is playing good on G, then on A is good, on G is good, and maybe on E. If it's that too deep, now we can change that on E chord, that guitar plays for octave higher. Or if we are playing rhythm guitar, and maybe rhythm guitar, we want to play another type of that rhythm guitar, for example, that is not so deep, then we can just change wrapping, and that guitar can play for octave higher. And so then we can, in this place, we can control in which octave we have wrapping of that instrument, wrapping of the chord for that instrument. Now I just skip this part here. When we choose instrument, for example, accompaniment 3, now we can choose RT or RP. We cannot choose off. We will choose off functionality only for intro and for ending. We can choose off, but it is not usually that we choose off for part of the style. We just choose that for intro or ending, where we want to make sure that melody is playing in intro and ending. It doesn't matter which chord we use to play intro or ending. So that is this. Now menu, chord table. Now you know that Korg has 4 variations, but each variation has 6 types of performing for that variation, and we can decide what do we want to have in major, minor, or diminished chord, or 7th chord, but we have to record all those variations on variation 1. So it is CV1, CV2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this called chord variation for that variation of the style. So variation 1 of the style has 6 chord variations that we can choose here. And if you go to Korg variation view, then you can choose your option. On this, we can choose 3 variations, 3 type of chord variation of variation 2. So then we can go back to this window and we can change behavior in major, minor, or diminished, or 7th. For example, this guy decide to in minor 7, he will have CV3 used in variation 1, 2, 3, and 4. But he doesn't have those options in fills. He doesn't have those options in intro. You don't need it in intro. In fills, we have just 2 variation that we can make, CV1 and 2, but in course we have 6 of them. So that is this. Now we'll go to, is that okay? Now let me just see. Yeah, that is. Now we are in track control. In track control, we can choose if we want to have internal instrument, external, or both, or none. Now you cannot just press and get there. You have to move this wheel. In PA4, I think so you can press it and get there. Sound edit, you can edit sound. You don't have this option so easy and nicely accessible in Korg PA4, but you have in PA5, and that is good. Now, when you go to menu and we go to style edit, that is something that many of you didn't find. Where is that? In style edit, you can quantize, transpose, do velocity changes, delete track part of the track, whatever you want to, cut, insert, or you can cut part, insert part, you can style copy from that I showed you in my last video. Maybe I didn't make this video in English. I don't remember, maybe just on my country language. So I will check it. And we have pad copy. So those functions we can find on PA4, but they're exactly here in PA5. Style edit. In record edit mode, style edit, and there. Under menu and style edit. Now, event edit. Now this is tricky part where many of you had problem. Some of you, you are doing editing of your style. When you finish everything, then you save it, and then it saves on old way. It seems to that you didn't change anything, that that style didn't accept any editing, and you have again old material that you are hearing, but you did a lot of effort to change it. That is because of filtering. Filtering, it means if you engage filtering, you will ignore some messages that could be in tracks, in style tracks. For example, control change messages like bank, instrument. So if you have instruments saved, which instrument was choice for that style. If you have volume, panning, whatever is there inside of the track, whatever you do with track, it will come back and behave on the same way. Now, if you filter that, now you will be able to do whatever you want with your track. You can change it and you can save it, and all changes will be accepted, and your track and your style will play on the way that you want it to play, with instrument that you want to have, with volume, panning, whatever you want to have, you can save it, but you have to engage filtering for control change. Now that is how it works. Or you can just load everything in Cubase and erase those messages, but this is much easier. Now, if you go to menu, now we will go to event edit. Now event edit, actually we was there. Now last option, import and export. You can import MIDI file groove and export MIDI file or groove. Remember in PA4, if you want to import a MIDI file, it will import just part for one variation. But if you want to import whole file with all markers, you have to choose trick, shift, import, and you can import whole MIDI file or export whole MIDI file with markers. How it works in PA5, I didn't yet try it. I have to explore that and then make video. Now I just want to say that we want to go through all those functionality, and I wanted to show you where are those functions, but I didn't have time to talk about details. Some things I already told you, and some things we will see in my next video. Thank you very much for watching this video, and one more. I want to thanks to my friend Emir Seyrik from his Saga studio, and he gave me opportunity. He has PA4, I don't have it, so he has a lot of nice equipments, good musician. He's a good musician and he has a lot of knowledge, and he can do a lot of fancy stuff with all those things. Thank you very much for watching this video. See you in my next video, and please put some comments.